Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup look. I usually don't wear that much makeup nowadays. I'm just going to show you guys my to-go-to look whenever I end up going out or, going to events and stuff. And I'm going to be answering some of your guys' questions that you guys have for me. I'm sorry if this video is a little bit longer, but yeah, just bear with me. Okay, so first off, I'm going to moisturize my face with my Clinique moisturizer. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face. Next, I'm going to go in with my Porefessional Pore Primer from Benefit. I don't really have that much pores, so I mean not that much, but like big pores, so I don't really usually use this. Only when I'm like going out, then I use a little bit of it just to make my face look a little bit more smooth. So for my foundation, I usually like to go with BareMinerals, and I usually like to use Silk, but I feel like it might be a little bit too yellow on camera. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with the shade Linen and see how it looks like on camera. And I usually do 2 pumps, so I'm just going to dab my blender onto it and apply that on my face. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are wondering what I'm up to right now. I'm not really doing anything much, just pretty much doing makeups on the weekends. Sometimes on weekdays. I usually travel within the Central Valley, but sometimes I do travel out a little bit further than that. Next, I'm taking my Benefit Cakeless concealer and I'm going to apply that underneath my eyes. I'm like running out of this. I really like this concealer. It's super light and it doesn't really cake on the bottom, but let's see. A little bit on my chin, my cupid's bow, and the bridge of my nose. So let's see. So I am going to be answering some questions. I just posted up on my Instagram to see if you guys wanted to ask me any kind of questions. So I will be looking at that in a bit. I might as well just look at it right now. What is my favorite foundation, or what is my go-to foundation? Honestly, I would have to say BareMinerals. I've been using that foundation for like almost 3 years now, and it's one of my favorite foundation. I also use it on my client too, and it's like a really good medium to full coverage foundation. Okay, so what are your future goals in the beauty industry? So one of my goals in the beauty industry is to actually open up my own beauty shop one day. I really wanted to open up one dedicated for like bridal parties actually. So like, the bride books like the whole salon for that weekend, and they can get their nails done, their hair done, makeup, toes, anything. But I don't know, probably not anytime soon. Next, I'm going to be baking my face with my Mercier powder. And then I'm just going to take my sponge and go ahead and apply some. I'm just going to bake my under eye a little bit. And a little bit on my chin. I usually like to bake my whole face, but I feel like during the winter time my skin is a little bit more on the drier side, so I don't really bake too much. Oh my goodness, I'm like dropping them. Next, I'm going to contour my face using my Anastasia bronzer. And I usually like to use the Benefit one, but then I ran out and I decided to, you know, try this out. It's okay, honestly, but I still prefer my Hoola bronzer. Then I'm just gonna apply a little bit underneath my chin. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I actually did gain some weight. I gained about, like, let's see, I was 110 and I went to 134. So like I gained about 24 pounds. And then I was able to lose it all, but then I ended up gaining it back. So it's whatever. Now that I'm done, I'm going to contour my nose with the Hoola Lite bronzer. And I'm just going to take a flat brush and just apply the contour powder onto the sides of my nose. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to be reading some questions that you guys have for me. Let's see. So who inspired you to do makeup? Honestly, my #1 inspiration was Michelle Phan. She was the first girl that I watched on YouTube and I fell in love with her. And that's how I started to get into doing makeup, and yeah. Now I'm going to take my Morphe AW palette and I'm just going to take these 2 shades right here. I'm just going to apply that onto my cheekbones. Next, taking my Morphe 8S palette, I'm going to take the shade Galactic and Trance and apply that onto my areas that I want it to be highlighted. What is my skincare routine? I honestly don't have one. I know it's pretty bad, but I usually just use like my Neutrogena facial wash or my, I think it's called Autumn, I don't know, facial wash. I'll go ahead and leave the link down below so you guys can go ahead and see what I use to wash my face. I don't really do that much of a skincare routine on myself. I know that's pretty bad, but yeah. Next, for my brows, I'm taking my Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade #3, and I'm gonna fill it in. Okay, so one of you guys asked me what is my job. My job is, like I said in the beginning, I'm a freelance makeup artist. Slightly hairstylist. I just barely started getting into doing hair. I just feel like it's more convenient for my bride because when they book somebody, of course they want somebody who does makeup and hair, instead of having to like book 2 different people to do the job. So yeah, I'm a freelance makeup artist slash hairstylist, and I just travel and do makeup on brides or like, you know, group parties and stuff like that. Are you going to continue to post more makeup tutorials on YouTube? Honestly, probably not. I just feel like makeup tutorial is more of a hobby for me. I don't think I see myself doing like tutorials every single week, and you know, it's more of a hobby for me. I'm just doing it whenever I feel like it or when I'm free. Okay, so next I'm going to conceal under my brows. So how do you find your perfect shade of foundation? So in order for me to find my perfect shade of foundation, what I usually do is when I go to the makeup store, I grab like a few shades of foundation that's closest to my skin tone, and I just dab a little bit onto my neck and just shop around for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So by the time that you're done looking around, you come back and check up on it, you can tell which shade matches you the most. And for me, that's how I find my perfect foundation. So what is my favorite contact brands and what is my favorite lip color at the moment? I stopped wearing contact lens. I haven't been wearing them for a while, but one of my favorite brand was Dewy. That was one of my favorite back then when I was so into contact lens. For my lip color, I don't really have a favorite shade. I don't really wear lipstick. If I do, maybe just a little bit of lip tint, or just dab a little bit of pink lipstick on. So yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this. So for my eyeshadow, I'm gonna be using my Morphe 35V palette, and I'm just gonna be taking this shade right here, and I'm just gonna use that as my main eyeshadow look and just blend it out with these two lighter shades. And if I do want to darken it up a little bit on the outer corner, then I might just probably go in with these two shades down here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with the two lighter shade. And just apply that above the eyeshadow that you already applied on your eyes. Okay, so I think I'm going to darken my outer corners a little bit, so I'm going to take the darker shade. I just got done reading a comment, and I guess you guys want to know a little bit more about me. Not really beauty related, but more of like my personal life. So honestly, I don't really like to talk much about my personal life to people, but I guess. Am I married? No. And do I plan on getting married anytime soon? Probably not. I'm actually 23, gonna be 24 this year, and I feel like I'm still pretty young, so I don't think I need to get married anytime soon. Let's see, my short-term goal is to actually get my license. I am so lazy and I'm such a procrastinator, like, oh my goodness, it's been so many years now and I have not even got my license yet. So that is my short-term goal. My long-term goal is probably to open up my own salon one day, and yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna be applying eyeshadow onto the bottom of my eyes. Okay, now that I'm done applying eyeshadow onto the outer corners, I'm gonna take a champagne color. I'm just gonna mix it up and apply that onto the inner corners of my eyes just to give it a pop. Okay, so now it's time for the wing eyeliner, and I'm taking my Kat Von D Tattoo liner and the shade Trooper, and I'm just gonna create like a medium-sized wing. Okay, never mind, that's freaking long. Oh well. Next, taking a white eyeliner, and I'm going to apply that onto my waterline. You can go ahead and use like a nude eyeliner, or you can go with any other one, but I just feel like white, it gives you more of like that dolly kind of look, and that's what I've been trying to go for lately, so. Next, I'm taking my Benefit Cosmetics Roller Lash. So time for lashes, and the lash that I'm using is by Kiss, and this one is called Veil. And last but not least, the final touch to my eye makeup, I'm using Eyelid Tape. So this eyelid tape already have adhesive to it. All you gotta do is just spray a little bit of water onto it and it will get tacky. Oops. There you go. And then I'm just going to apply that onto where my natural eyelid crease is at. So there you go. See the difference? Next, taking my Kylie liquid lipstick in the shade Candy K, I'm going to apply that onto my lip. And I'm not really into lipstick lately, so I'm just going to lightly dab it on. So I'm taking a Q-tip, just picking up some of the products. I'm just going to dab it onto my lip. And last but not least, I'm going to spray my face with this Dewy spray. This is actually from Anastasia, but then I dropped the bottle, so it cracked and I had to transfer it to this one. Since it's been a while that I have filmed a tutorial, I forgot to do the ending part. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next.